Wakamba nikiwaambianga huwa mtabeba ujinga, na Kalonzo amtakangi kusikia. Na hii siasa ya kukua ati nyinyi wote mko nyuma ya Kingpin, I think hiyo siasa ni ujinga sana, kwa sababu mkisha make mtu amekuwa mkubwa, sema kama Kalonzo, vile Wakamba wote huwa wanamfuata, wanamchagulia MPs wake, wanamchagulia governors wake, kuna kakiburi anakuaga nako. Kalonzo opportunity ya Yala vile ilitokea, hakupea any other Kamba, alipea mtoto wake. Mtoto wake ndio MP wa Yala. Sasa tukiongea, kuna very young Kenyan, Akamba to be precise, amefanya kazi na county government ya Machakos, governor wa Vinya Ndeti. Huyo kijana analia anataka kulipwa, Vinya Ndeti hataki kumlipa. Vinya Ndeti party leader wake ni Kalonzo. Kalonzo anakimbia hii nchi mzima akisema ati sijui atatoa kasongo, atabadilisha hii nchi, sijui atafanya nini, upuzi mingi. Kama Kalonzo haezi saidia Kioko. Kioko amekuwa akilia akisema anataka kusaidiwa. Kalonzo amenyamaza. Kalonzo anataka Rigiji wafuatane na yeye, waanze kusema wewe si virus, wewe si bacteria. Lakini a young Kamba by the name Kioko anasafa, partner wake yako hospitali. Kioko nilisikia mpaka aliuza nini? Mpaka aliuza gari kwa sababu ya madeni. Amechukua savings zake amekelea mahali. Vinya Ndeti na your party leader Kalonzo, make sure you pay that young man. Na hivyo ndio watu wana go into depression. So Kalonzo, before you come here and tell us stories of how you want to be president, try solving that small. Huyo ni mtu mmoja out of 50 million Kenyans. Huyo ni mtu mmoja. Kama huwezi msaidia, usijaribu kuja kutuambia hapa mambo ya kukuwa president.
Kuna watu viongozi hapo wanabeba Wakamba ufala.
Kuna watu viongozi hapo wanabeba Kioko ufala.
Wakati wa kubeba Wakamba ufala umeisha bwana.
Wakati wa kubeba Kioko ufala umeisha bana.
Remember the Sami Kioko story where he couldn't get paid well? He went on Obina's show and Obina reached out to Kalonzo personally, and guess what? The same goons who were gatekeeping Vinya Ndeti, so much so that Kioko could not see her to get the payment that he needs, started their threats once again, and turns out they even have bigger brothers who are gatekeeping Kalonzo Musyoka. They started threatening Obina on his own show live for reaching out to Kalonzo Musyoka. Just listen into this.
I've been sent a text, Mambiwa, hi Obina, the communication team is kindly asking you to stop calling SKM, either online or offline. They say you are crossing the line, kindly stop. So apparently I'm crossing the line by trying to help another young man find a solution to his problem. If that is crossing the line, I'm okay with it. Okay, it's not for selfish gain, it's not for self-interest, it's for another young man just to be Mimi. And then you see what I just said, it's never the leader. Leader mwenye ameniambia niaje, call me tomorrow at 10, baka nigeka calendar. But now the communication team is feeling like I'm crossing the line. By just calling the leader, nimwambia niaje, huyu boy amekama hapa, how can we help? Now that is where we go wrong with our leadership. Sometimes you find a problem can be sorted, but the people around, when you're kona roho mbaya mbaya wanakaa chini, hata kesho utaona tu, hata mimi nanyorosho huko online na tukano, but hiyo mambo nimezoea. But now when you look at it the way it happens sometimes, the same thing even happens sometimes for the president. You'll find even the people, wale communication team ya president wakama sema, oh, nini. But sometimes the president is not even, akozile mimi sikuwa na idea. I just hosted Kasmuel today, and Kasmuel akasema yeye alikuwa anafanya kitu anaambiwa, baba amekasirika, baba nini, baba na miti, baba akozile, niaje, uko fiti, umekula? Twende hivi, panda kwa chopa, ingia kwa gari, twende shika hii kidogo, nimejua uko vizuri, tembea hivi. So sometimes the people around the leadership are normally the problem. So in this case, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo is not a problem. I've called him, na Katias, that is Kalonzo bro, sijakolo mosh. Na nikamtext hi Soga Obina, call me back when possible, akanambia call me tomorrow 10 a.m. But the communication team wana feel, huyu jamaa basi ame-cross line. Amuko mnataka imfikie? Okay, how do you want to help this young man? Because now Wakenya wako hapa wanachangisha what atungefaa tuchangishe. Sasa tuko na mama fulani ya hospitali mali, kuna mtoto amelala njaa, zile vitu Rikomoni anafanyanga. That is now where Wakenya wanakamba. But if our systems are working, we would not be doing that. Like we would be doing other things. But now we are changang for someone who is capable, who has been working, na kena na pesa yake kama lina akanyoroshwa. Tunachanga ndi at least apate way ya kumanage kidogo, shikilia hapa na pale. Because of the systems and some of you people who are surrounding our leadership. That is the problem. And sometimes you might see it as a very small thing. You see the digital space. Hey, Si mngoje 2027 muone na mngoje 2032. Where the world is going is very different. Right now vitu zinakuwa ati watu wananyamazia vitu sijui nini, mambo kwa gazeti nini. One WhatsApp video ama Instagram post like this can change the whole narrative. So be very careful how you deal with people online and offline.
I will not tire from saying this. Do not do business with county governments. If you must do business, do it with the national government. At least they'll pay. County mejawa cartels who play politics. They will not help you get paid unless they are getting paid from you getting paid. If it's not win-win, you're the only one who's winning, then we won't help you. And in any case, you're drawing a salary. Even if your salary will delay, it won't delay forever. 3 months, thereabout, itaingia yote. So you're being paid to deliver a service. Must you profit from every service that's given in that county of Machakos? It's good that Obina called Kalonzo directly. Kalonzo told Obina to call him today at 10 a.m. I'll be watching to see how Kalonzo responds to this. And in any case, these are the type of things that Kalonzo needs to resolve in order to build public trust. That yes, he is somebody who can help. Kioko had a problem, Wavinya refused to see him, could not help him, but Kalonzo resolved the issue. The moment you start helping people, you win people over. So this is a very good chance for Kalonzo Musyoka to make a good name for himself, but unfortunately, by doing so atakuwa ameaibisha gavana wa Vinya Ndeti. Cause umekata kulipa mtu paka lazima ende kwa party leader wako ili pesa itoke. What a
Unajua, it's very painful watching young people making moves za hata ku create employment, doing something for themselves, alafu una feel government support na let down. This is courtesy of the conversation yenye inaendelea kwa mtandao ya Sami Kioko. Sami Kioko, beyond comedy, he has gone ahead to be an entrepreneur, Kioko Fashions, Sami Kioko Fashions, na inasemekana he went ahead and did business with the Machakos County government and he supplied materials that can be verified, but very many months on, his money is not forthcoming. My friend Otieno Mokaya, senior counsel, introduced a very interesting variable that apparently hii kuwork na government, because every time people are complaining, kuna sengine people have committed suicide, there are people who've been bankrupted for doing business with government. To quote my friend Jackson Mwangi wa Cine Studio na Jackson Mwangi Photography, alisema the best way to do business with government is to get paid in advance. Now, an interesting submission yenye inatoka kwa my friend Otieno Mokaya, senior counsel, mimi namuita hivyo, senior counsel incoming, ni ati kumbe inaweza kuwa a deliberate scheme by government not to pay suppliers, and I'm struggling to wrap my head around that. Senior counsel, what does that mean?
So tendering process, how it happens, you get you apply for, let's say, an LPO, and then you are selected, you get the tender, you are provide the services or the goods, then you are paid later.
Yes.
So government does not buy in cash, government buy it in credit.
Yes.
So this credit has timelines. So my thesis is that if you can't wish away 20-30 million, don't do business with government unless you also own a chemist selling purely antidepressants. This is how. So a government body will tender for, let's say, tea and mandazi. You supply tea and mandazi to the county government of county X for 6 months. Then you invoice for your payments. Immediately you invoice, a copy goes to KRA that you are about to get paid. KRA, while you are paid in credit, KRA is paid in cash. So immediately you tender and invoice, you owe KRA money. Then now your phone stop getting picked. You lose access to governor or whoever was giving you the tender. What government does is that they don't stop eating mandazi. They stop paying you. They stop taking your calls. Then you get into the list of other pending bills. What happens? Kila mtu anataka tenda ya serikali ndio aomoke. Some other fool is onboarded into the system.
Yes.
Then they supply also for 6 months. Then they get into the file that you are in. So then you realize by custom, corruption is becoming slowly but surely it's legal. Everybody who has gotten a government tender said somebody to get that job. So who unto you if you invested in credit? Because then let's say you are building a road for government or building infrastructure for the county government.
Yes.
You get LPO financing from a bank.
Yes.
The bank is polite with you, or they are gracious enough. They'll give you a 6-month moratorium. So if you are not paid by the 6th month, your repayment calendar starts running. So that now you have 2 problems. KRA was your problem the day you invoiced. Now the bank is your problem the day your moratorium lapsed. You are into the files of pending bills. Now by the time you are, let's say, the 3rd person, the election cycle is beginning. So the county government, which is political, is not focused on you. It's focused on the next election. There are 10 of you who have been into this circus. So you are in debt. You are also non-compliant with KRA. The next government comes. When the next government comes, it comes with their own entrepreneurs. So your depression is irrelevant to this government. And who want to you if your governor or the procurement officer is not relevant in this new government? Then they'll onboard another people into the depression cycle. So slowly but surely, these people will keep procuring, keep putting young people or other people into debt that they are not willing to service. So what remedy do you have? You have the option to go to court. But in principle also, you can't auction government. So you'll get a very beautiful court order, which you can't really action immediately, because you can only action a court order through contempt proceedings, which you have to file through the Attorney General's office to the procurement officer at that time. But the procurement officer you are suing at that time might not be the same procurement officer who did what? Who did get this tender of yours. Or not necessarily the procurement officer, let's say the CEC or the PS of that particular time. So if power has changed also, you'll have now to prove that you did this job by tendering new documents, which will go into another series of examination. So I'll say here, unless somebody comes with alternative facts, that there is close to a systemic scheme by government, and specifically maybe county governments, to routinely and progressively put people into pending bills that they are not willing to pay. So if you can't write off, so government procurement and tenders are not even the poor, they are not for middle class. If you can't mark 20-30 million as bad debt and write it off without dying, don't do it.
Aya. Uwan, to you, please don't. I hope Kioko gets his dues. I hope he gets paid. Sami Kioko, we wish you all the best. But then again, kuna watu hapo nje unafikiria unasikia vizuri ati Kioko, kuna kawivu fulani, and I think we'll address that. Yeah, unasikia fiti that Kioko anateseka sahi. Una wish, and this is an African thing, wish mtu mwingine like, oh,
so for you to succeed somebody must be failing.
For you to succeed someone must be failing. Oh, hiyo energy ni mbaya sana yenye, it's probably what's keeping some people down, hawezi pata access to resources. We wish Kioko all the best.
Free legal advice for Kioko: find a good lawyer. If at all you supplied what you say you supplied, find a good lawyer, file file a matter against the county government of Machakos. If you are successful, then file for, and then they don't give you the money that has been ordered by the court, including your cost and interest, by the way. And now you'll be able to file contempt proceedings against the CEC of Machakos County. And once the CEC Machakos County is presented to court to explain why he's not honoring the orders, then maybe you'll get your money. But give yourself 1 to 2 years, because not because not a small claim matter. So you don't have 6 months that go into claims below 1 million. So if it's above 2-3 million, give yourself 1 year to 6 months to get your day in court and maybe a judgment. All the best, bro.
All the best.
Mido nacheza mdhaminizi na kaona dai moshi tazivuta vuta, limit ya fuliza imeongezeka nkoma, neza shika jag na kanunu sie, nacheza kiroro, neza fika soko, turirime mdagi meditation naki, shusha kibandaski cha podonde, neza rada nama vuta izoma.